Hey everybody, I'm Colwen, and I'm going to be doing a comparison between the 30th anniversary Generations Arcee and the recent Studio Series Arcee. Now, part of why I'm doing this is apparently that this new Arcee is the same one as that one, but they, changed some things around and made it better. Well, we're going to take a look at that, but first, we're going to take a look at the outside packaging. We got this cool artwork of Arcee up here on the front. We got, again, the no plastic covering, but fortunately her head is on there. But it is a ball joint. Ball joints are pretty easy to pop loose if you're willing to put the effort in there, so be aware of that when you're buying her at the store. Let's see here. Nice artwork there. Nice full body picture artwork there. Legalese, Transformers, and on the back, I've been able to play with this one for a while, and you can already see some differences in the mold design on her backpack, and she's got what seems to be ball jointed ankles instead of just hinged ankles. So yeah, there seems to be quite a few upgrades and changes to her design. So let me go ahead and get her out of the box, and we'll take a look at them side by side. All right, so I'm going to start off in vehicle mode. And first of all, so this one right here is the 30th anniversary, the Transformers 30th anniversary Generations release that came out in 2014. This is the Studio Series one that came out in like 2022, I want to say. So, getting the comparisons out of the way. Apparently, this one has improved vehicle mode. And you know what? Yes. The vehicle mode does look comparatively a lot cleaner. They were able to hide the legs away better as opposed to this one. But let's go ahead and look underneath. So this is where the contention comes in with this figure. Let me go ahead and partially untransform her. And now I just knocked out her gun. Her gun right here does not want to stay plugged in. But yeah, they use a lot of the same engineering and a lot of the same design language, I want to say. And in the end, what's supposedly better about this one is that it's got a cleaner backpack. Honestly, I'm gonna spoil it. I think this is the better one. So let me go ahead and talk about the older one first. First of all, the older one comes with 4 accessories. We'll get into those in a moment. But let me go ahead and pull them off and get them out of the way. There we go. And you don't necessarily need the gun, but the gun being in there does help with the transformation of holding her arms up in place. There's really nothing for her arms to peg onto other than holding onto the gun. But vehicle mode. Very sleek, alien designed looking Corvette. She's got all this blue up on the front. No blue. She's got the nice tampographed on logo with the black paint and the black stripe and all that. No black paint and stuff. Yeah, she's got these big old holes in the side, and the thing is that you could forgive this being the leg because you can't really. It blends in really well. That's not the leg. That's part of the alien-looking vehicle. Rolling-wise, she rolls really well. Now, let's go ahead and talk about this one real quick. The one accessory. Lacking in paint. This side piece here does help to cover up the legs underneath. But even if you didn't have that there, you would just see this side part of the leg there. And this is really more of an issue than the legs being exposed. She does roll very well, but it's the lack of paint. It makes her a lot duller looking than the old one. Let me go ahead and put the mic there, and I'll bring in vehicle mode comparison. Here is Barricade. Where's my can? Here's my soda can. And let's bring in here Mr. Spider-Man. Can I get you to stand up for me, please? There we go. Thank you. There we go. Now, I know I probably didn't say a whole lot about this one, but like when you compare it to the old one, there really is not a whole lot to say. They took the older design and they cleaned up the exterior, and they, if anything, they simplified the transformation. And Studio Series is supposed to be the better version. So let's go ahead and alright. So we're gonna start the transformation. We're gonna come underneath here and we're gonna pull out this piece here. We're gonna come down here, we're gonna pull the legs down, get them out of the way. Pull the arms out and get them out of the way. I'm gonna set her down here for a moment. And we're gonna come over to the newer one. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not going to confuse anybody with that stuff. I'll just go through them separately, and then I'll transform them, okay? You don't want to use these joints right here, because these hinge joints here are used to spread the legs out so that they fit into the transformation. So collapse those joints down in there. Straighten out her feet. Then you're going to come here to her back fender and just fold that underneath. Bring your arms out. You got this hinge here in the middle. Bring the arms out and then come up here to the front hood and push the front down. And then that's when we get our head reveal. And look at all this complicated internal workings going on here. Look at that. There's some other hinges in the back here that you're going to want to wiggle backwards. See all this up in here? Look at all that. Bring that down, and then this hooked spot next to her neck is going to lower down over, come on, lower her shoulders, and that's pretty much that's her transformation right there, yeah. Everything's going to lock into place. There's pegs in there. There's peg on the back of her neck there. I'm going to go ahead and stand her up. Yes. Come on. Alright, now she is a little back heavy. Let's go ahead and take her primary smaller gun. And I'm going to stick it right there. She's got this big old huge blaster here going on. It's like almost a girl version of an ion cannon. I love it. It's like a girl version of Optimus Prime's ion cannon. I'm going to peg it onto her leg right there. Now these swords can peg into her legs. They can also, okay, they can't get underneath there. Can we get them up here like this? Yeah. So she's got like a shoulder laser sword thing. And you can still, can you wedge them back in here? Okay. The peg port is open here, but it's kind of finicky to wedge the sword up in there. Yeah, it doesn't want to stick in. Alright, I'm just going to stick it on the leg here. And then take her other sword. Now, what's funny about this mold is that apparently this one, there's actually two different versions. You can find the one, the older release, has the squared off hands. And then there's a newer release that shapes the hands differently. And like the swords have a hard time fitting in the newer release. So you're going to want to try and get the older release, but you may be stuck with the newer one. So there we have her all decked out. I'm going to stick her off to the side there. And we're going to go and transform the newer one. So we already have the weapon pulled out, and the weapon just pegged in right in there. So I'm going to pull the legs out and straighten those all out. Going to come up here. We're going to pull the arms out. Going to come back to the front fender again. And then pull that down. And see, she shares the same neck armature thing as the older one. Just the arms are on different things. Now, this is kind of the frustrating part here. Okay, so we have this piece back here. You're going to want to fold that down. Fold this piece, not you. I'll get back to you in a second. Let's see what here. Okay. How did this go? Oh, okay. Rotate it backwards like that. Then these panels that were on the side, you're going to fold up into the backpack. Yeah, squeeze them past the antenna. And then fold things over. So now that we got the backpack all folded away, Now we can, she literally, they both just explode and then re-implode on themselves. We're going to accordion down the top backpack on the internal hinges, bring down those hooked parts, and then accordion all this back up in there. Straighten the legs, turn down the knee ankles, and there we have her in robot mode. And she's not wanting to peg together. Am I doing something wrong here? Okay, so there's a peg here, and it should peg into there, but it's not hooking. That sucks. Okay. Alright. Straighten these arms out. I'm going to take her gun, and I'm going to stick it in her hand. Come on. Oh. Did that fix anything? No, it did not. Okay. And here we have her in a robot mode. Now, let's stand the older Arcee back up again. Let me adjust my light for a moment. There we go. I hope that it's easy to tell just from looking at them which one is the better one. The older one's got a better paint job. The older one's got better female proportions, because Arcee was supposed to be she was basically supposed to be Barbie doll transformer. They share the same smaller pistol, but the older one, the older one is better painted. The older one comes with better accessories. Let me get the accessories off of her for a moment. And let's go ahead and talk about articulate. The older one has light piping. The new one does not. You know what light piping is? Do you see that? Her eyes are glowing because she's got this piece of plastic in the back of her head that go to the front of her eyes and they can glow. That is a really cool effect, and they need to do that more often. So articulation-wise, they share a lot of the same articulation. Ball jointed neck with a really good range of motion. She does have the Princess Leia hair buns. I like that. She's got the ball jointed shoulder. She's got a swivel at the below the shoulder. She's got these soft ratcheted elbows. She's got the same thing. She does not have a waist swivel. She does. Cool. She's got this really heavy backpack. The legs from the ankle up. She's got this nice ankle hinge here and a back and forth ankle swivel. She's just got the back and forth swivel. They both got a really good knee bend, and they both have an above the knee swivel. Now, where the hips differ is she's got this simple universal jointed hip going on here, and she still does not want to peg together. But thanks to her transformation, she's got this really complicated, but still not dangerously so, universal jointed hip here with another extender going on. And that can get you into some really cool wide-legged poses. You know? You can have the regular wide leg and then the extended wide leg. And that's really cool to have. Comparison shots. Hold on a moment. Let's bring in Spider-Man. Where's my soda can? Here's my soda can. Here's the, that'd be funny, the dead Autobot. So once you get Arcee's ankles sorted out and stabilized, she does stand up really well. The only real difference is, in the backpack. This one folds the backpack up a lot more. It takes the wheels out of her thighs and buries it up inside the backpack. Which one would I really recommend? Honestly, you're gonna want to go track down the older one. When the older one first came out in 2014, she was like $18. She came with a comic book. She came with all the accessories. The newer one is $24. Comes with less stuff, a simpler transformation, cleaner question mark transformation. I really would recommend the older one. The older one, yes, has gone up in value, and finding a used loose one's gonna run you easily around $24. And in packaging, mint could be about $40 because it is now a 6, 7 year old figure. 8 year old figure now. Yeah, wow. Okay. So this has been my review and comparison between Studio Series Arcee to the 30th anniversary Arcee. They're both good figures. The older one is objectively, in a lot of ways, better. Better paint job, better articulation. The newer one's got a cleaner, simpler transformation. What do you prefer? You know, I like that this one has the nice curved abdomen, though. I mean, call me a pervert, I know. So, thanks for watching.